Hey guys, John Pollard here with my fourth Alabama Fishing Talk video. I hope all you are well and didn't have too much damage from today's storms. It's Tuesday, April the 5th, 2022. So it's we had a stormy day today, a lot of tornadoes in the area. I've seen some damage on TV, and hopefully all you guys are all right and didn't sustain a lot of property damage or anything today. So we got an Alabama bass trail coming up this week, so you know there's going to be a storm system and a lot of rain, cold front. So you guys that fish the south or the north know all about that. So I'll do a quick recap today on my weekend, a couple of tournaments. I told you guys last week I was going to talk some about the recruiting process for college, so that's going to be my main focus of today. So you guys know any high school anglers, college anglers, or high school anglers looking to go to college, please share this with them. Hopefully this will be informative to them and their parents, and help them out on this process. But first things first, I fished the Lake Mitchell event this weekend. It's the second Bama BFL. I practiced over there last Thursday and Friday. Don't spend a lot of time on Mitchell. I found some fish, some spotted bass in a couple or three areas or three places. Didn't have that great of a boat draw for somebody like me who didn't know a lot of top secret spots on that lake. Drew out boat 87. Needless to say, I wasn't able to get on those places that morning. Went to a backup area, caught a couple 2 1/4, 2.5 pound spots off that place. Co-angler got a couple 2-pounders off of it. Rode around, refished some stuff I'd checked in practice, fished some places I did not check in practice, caught a few 1 1/4 pound, 1.5 spots to go with it. Ended up going back to the place I'd caught the 2.5s, or the 2 pluses. Caught one more. Stuck another one that felt like a pretty good spot there. They probably would have helped me a lot as close as the weights were, but it came unbuttoned about halfway the boat, so that's part of it. But besides that, I didn't have anything really going on. Spot fish for most of the day. About 1 o'clock, picked up a swim bait and got my flipping stick out and fished grass the rest of the day, hoping to catch a big bite or get a big bite, and never got it. Never really caught anything that would help me. I don't know what's going on, man. They should be just absolutely tearing it up. I had 9 pounds 2 ounces. I think there was 129 in the tournament, with 9 pounds 2 ounces first week in April on Coosa River Lake. Super disappointed, thinking that I would, barely crack the top 100 with that, or may not even crack the top 100. I figured everyone that put their boat in the water had 11, 12, 13 pounds, but that wasn't the case. It seemed to be tough on everybody. I think I finished 46th place with 9 pounds 2 ounces. I was wanting to survive Mitchell. Like I said, I don't fish over a lot. I was hoping to do a little better than that, but it didn't drop me any in the Angler of the Year race. So I was in 11th going in, 11th when it was over with. So I guess it could have been a lot worse. But congratulations to the guys that caught them and did well in the tournament. Kyle Dorsett won with 15:07. Had a tie for second with Chad Hall and Austin Shields, 13:01. Fourth was Dennis Barnes, 12:14, and fifth was Danny Grantham with 12:13. So congratulations to those guys. They all, I'm sure, cashed nice checks. So after 2 events in the BFL Bama division, you got Dusty Robinson from Eclectic Care leading with 487 points. Robbie Robinson with 476, Hunter Davidson 473, Mark McKeag 470, and Kyle Dorsett with 467 points. So points are tight, and they always are in the Bama South Division. So I think our next stop's in the Alabama River in about a month. So we'll see how the river's fishing then. The only other tournament I had any kind of results on this week or knew anything about was the OGS Championship, which was the Wind Creek Bass Trail, the Mike Oglesby Memorial Championship. And I didn't get any results from the tournament. I just know that Timothy Hatcher won. So he's done well over at Martin lately and other places too, of course. You know, he's a heck of a fisherman. He won. I heard he had around 12 pounds. If that's wrong, I apologize. Like I said, I haven't been able to find the results, but congratulations to him on the win. I know he won because OGS had posted his picture, you know, after he won and made the announcement he'd won. If it's true he had 12 pounds or around 12 pounds, then obviously Martin's, you know, is fishing tough as well. Quick report on the local lakes I got on. So I had a guide trip yesterday on Lake Jordan. When I set it up, I thought it would be, you know, one of the better guide trips of the year as far as just being able to put the clients on a bunch of fish, a bunch of numbers. Didn't work out that way. I had to work really hard to kept changing some areas. You know, you'd catch one or two first cast or first couple casts, and then that was it. Just couldn't really find them stacked up anywhere. Where finally went to an area that is normally good in early March. Around the first weekend of March is usually when it's good. It's been an area I've checked a bunch this year. Haven't really caught anything on it. Was able to go there, you know, and catch 7 or 8 fish there fairly quickly. You know, in a couple, you know, fairly good pre-spawn female spots. So, like I said last week, I'm expecting any time for it to break wide open on Lake Jordan. It hasn't happened yet as far as a lot of fish, a lot of spotted bass coming to the bank to spawn. I've fished a lot of spawning areas over the last 3 weeks. You know, like I said last week, you'll catch males here and there. Actually, yesterday had even a hard time catching small males in those places. I'm guessing it's because we're having the rain come in like we're having, you know, big, you know, heavy downpours once or twice a week. I've seen it where it kind of stretches the spawn out where you don't have a huge rush, you know, of numbers, a bunch of fish come to the bank at once. And it seems to, you know, I've had some years that I thought that most of the spots were on bed in March and we've had a lot of rain. So I don't know. I'm like I said, I think the next couple of weeks it's going to break wide open, but I've been saying that now in these videos for, you know, 3 weeks. So it's got to happen, you know, but so far it hasn't. And I've checked a lot of, you know, historically really good places that there should be fish on, and there's just not a lot of numbers of them up there. They haven't pulled up yet. Most of them are still on those 45-degree, you know, banks and things. They're off the closest spawning areas, or they're in current. You know, they're still feeding in current. You know, and as I've said before in these videos, I sort of concentrate on spotted bass for guiding because they're just more consistent. So we got coming up this weekend, Alabama Bass Trail, Alabama River. We've had a couple inches of rain today. At least that's what they were calling for. I believe we got it here where I live. Expecting more rain tomorrow. I don't know. I mean, it's going to be a tough tournament. We got a cold front coming in. I've been like overestimating weights for every tournament of what I think he'll take to win. I guess I'll keep overestimating. I think he'll take 16 or 17 pounds to win. I think somebody will find some fish in current and catch a nice bag of fish. And it could take more than that. Somebody may catch, you know, a 19, 20 pound bag of spotted bass, or find a few big largemouth. But I think 11 pounds will do real good in this tournament as far as, you know, keeping you up there in the points and cashing a check. So I'm gonna say 10.5 pounds to now I'm gonna say 11 pounds to cash a check, and 16 to 17 pounds to win. and we'll see how it shakes out. I'm real interested to get over there towards the end of the week. I'm gonna try to let this rain get through here, and see what it does to water clarity. See how high the river goes. Right now they're expecting it to rise like 2.5 feet above, like I guess flood stage is going to be up 2.5 feet. It's supposed to start receding Saturday morning, but that's the projection right now. So that could change, of course. So got that tournament, and also just want to remind you guys, next Saturday, if you're looking for something to fish, that'd be April the 16th. There is a charity tournament on Lake Jordan. It's for the Elmore County High School fishing team. It's going to be out of the state ramp. If you guys are looking for something to fish that day and want to help a good cause, you guys go fish that. So they're taking 2-man teams, and then also if you want to fish as a high school team, they'll let 3 people be in a boat for that. With a boat captain, like a high school tournament. So you guys check it out if you're looking for something to go over there and fish on Jordan. You can go to Wetumpka Marine Electronics to register, or I'm sure they'll take registrations the morning of the tournament there at the state ramp. So I guess I'll give you a quick rundown too on Lake Martin. Lake Martin's sort of the same way. I haven't been over there since early last week. I've got 2 guide trips over there next week. Same with Lake Martin. There's been some fish that have spawned. I haven't seen any evidence of a huge wave of fish like coming up the bank and locking down. They've been going, largemouth and spot seem to be going up and then pulling back out over and over with every front that comes through. So there, I think the same thing. I think it'll break wide open here pretty soon. But like I said, been saying that for 2 or 3 weeks. So, we'll see what happens. I'll give you guys a good report on it next week, because I've got 2 guide trips over next week, so Monday and Tuesday. So I'll let you guys know how it fishes for me. No tackle tip today. I wanted to talk to you guys for just a couple of minutes about well, before I get into that, if you guys are looking to book a guide, want to fish with me, I do trips on Lake Jordan, Lake Martin. You can check out my website at bamaspots.com and email me for availability at spothunter@bamaspots.com. And then it's, of course, got my rates and all my services on my website. That's bamaspots.com. All right, so let's get into college fishing, or college recruiting. Just wanted to touch base with some of you high school guys out there and your parents, you kind of on the process. I can only speak for myself. I am the coach for Faulkner University in Montgomery. So a lot's changed this year. We have the high school combine now. So any of you guys that participated in that or heard about it, it's a great event. It got high school anglers in contact with a lot of different colleges and coaches. And then we've also got the NSR that has started. So NSR, National Scouting Report, it started a fishing division. They've been doing other sports for years and years. I think like 30 years or something. So anyway, they started fishing this year. So that's given high school guys opportunities to reach out to college coaches, and college coaches a chance to reach out to guys that they would never know about or never be in contact with. It's really hard, from my perspective, trying to go out and recruit, and you go to a high school tournament, you've got 300 and some odd anglers in it. Well, a lot of them are, freshmen, sophomores, or maybe even younger. And so I'm hoping that one day these high school tournaments will actually start putting by the students' names, maybe what year they are in school. That would be really helpful. If any of you college or high school tournament directors out there watching this, that would be really helpful if you guys would ever do that for us trying to recruit and to know who that we need to be contacting. Some of these names that continually do well in tournaments, of course, I know their names. I keep up with them. But ones who fish a lot of tournaments, and maybe I haven't, noticed their name in years past. I don't know how many years they've been fishing. So, and the last thing I want to do is to be at a high school weigh-in, distracting parents and high school coaches when they're trying to watch their kids weigh in. So NSR is really awesome. It's given me a way to find guys. So if you guys are out there and you're serious, your high school guys are serious about going to college and your options are open, you're not sure where you want to go, sign up for that service, because it's a great way to get your name out there and to have your options open on, maybe going somewhere that you hadn't thought of. So that's the first thing, is getting your name out there. All right. On that service, fill out all the information they're asking for. So NSR came to a lot of the high school, or a lot of the college coaches, and they want to know what information we're looking for. Okay, so a lot of that questions they ask you on there about your grades, your GPA, and your ACT score. So that's huge for me. I need to know that. It helps me decide who I want to contact. Also, have your boat captain write up something about you, so I know something about you from somebody else's perspective. That helps too. Fill out all the information they ask for on there, where it says when you can do your bio, tell about yourself, and give me some background on yourself, and your information. So me personally, what I'm looking for. What I'm looking for is I'm looking for a good angler, of course. I'm looking for a good kid first. I'm looking for someone who wants to go to college, and then also is interested in Faulkner. And then I'm also interested in someone that makes good grades, because no matter how great an angler you are, I can't get you into school if you don't have good grades. So if you're a young guy looking at this, you're 8th, 9th grader, you want to go to college, you want to fish in college, you got to start working on your grades right now. It's very important. And also, it's a very good indicator of how you'll do in college. Okay? So that's really big. And when you're using any of these services, or if you're reaching out to a college, tell them what your grades are. Tell them that you have a 3.8 GPA and you've already taken your ACT and it's 20, whatever it is. Let them know that. If you're interested in a certain school and you haven't heard from them, reach out to them. It's not hard it's not hard to find the coach's contact information. If you can't find it, just reach out to the university. They'll make sure the coach gets it. Don't assume that you're going to be found. You may be someone who's fell through the cracks a little bit with a program that you're really interested in, a college you're really interested in. One other tip on the NSR, it's got a section there that asks for your major. Okay, a lot of you guys in high school, and even some guys the first year or so of college, aren't 100% sure what their major is going to be. All right, so if you just kind of think you might want to do something, but you're not really locked into it, don't put that as your major on a form like that. Say you're undecided. Because what happens is somebody like me, if I see a guy that I'm really interested in, because I want what's best for you. I want you to go somewhere you're going to succeed, and I want you to graduate. And I don't really, frankly, want to waste a lot of time recruiting somebody that I know I don't offer the degree that they say they want to go into. So if you're just kind of like throw out something, you don't know what to say to that question, and you say, oh, marine biology. Well, we don't offer marine biology. So I'm probably not even going, I may send you an email or just touch base with you. But I'm not going to pursue you because I can't offer what you're saying you want as far as your degree. So if you're locked into that, man, put it on there. If that's what you want to do, what you've always wanted to do, put it on there. But if you're really just throwing out something, you say mechanical engineering, just because you kind of one time thought that might be what you want to do, but you're only like 20%, that's what you want to do, put undecided on there. And then you can have your options open on colleges that may want to reach out to you and get you to check out their campus. That's the other thing. When you start in this process and you want to go to a school, take visits to schools. Don't get just locked in on, I want to go to school X, and I'm not even going to go over here and look at school Y. Go take some visits. Look around. I mean, it's a day you can go check out a university, meet some people. You might be, surprised. You may decide that, after you go visit a school that you're locked into, that, once you go there and you visit other schools, you may feel at home at another school. I can promise you, if you go to a school that you're not happy with the school, let's forget about the fishing altogether. Don't even worry about the fishing. When you visit a school, visit the university. Look at their living facilities or dorms. Look at their classrooms. Talk to the people there. Ask questions about, like for us, for instance, we offer tutoring to every student on campus. It's free. All you gotta do is ask for it. Ask about class sizes. Ask about counseling. If you have a personal issue, is there a counseling center on the school? And if it is that included? With us, all you gotta do is go knock on a door and say I need counseling, and it's included. Things like that. Look at the school first before you start worrying about the fishing, because the fishing programs everywhere, as far as the angling, is going to be fairly the same. There's some schools right now that are excelling. Their anglers are excelling. There's some schools that they're not doing as well. But the benefits and everything of the fishing is still up to you on how well you're going to do in the tournaments, how well you're going to fish. So look at the university, because I can promise you, if you're not happy and you're not comfortable with the university you're at, because that's where you're going to spend most of your time, you're probably not going to succeed at that school. So think about that in your recruiting process. Other thing I wanted to point on, if you're going to put contact information down, or you contact a school and they reach back out to you, respond. If you put an email address on your NSR, check your email. If you reach out to a coach and he responds, respond back to him. Like I said, I want what's best for you. It's very confusing when someone contacts me and I contact them back, and then I can get no response from them at all. They don't answer their phone. All you've got to do is tell any coach, and any coach I'm sure will tell you this. All you got to do is tell us, hey, I'm not, your school's not what I'm interested in now. I'm not interested in your school anymore. And that's all well and good, man. That's fine, but respond. If somebody reaches out to you, or especially if you reach out to them and they respond back to them. Don't sort of like leave them hanging out there. Let them know what you're thinking. When you get serious about a school, or you get it cut down to a few schools, be open and honest about what it is you're looking for. Ask questions. Ask about whatever it is if you have any concern, ask the question. I'm very accessible. Talk to parents, talk to the kids. But I can't answer a question if I don't know what the question is. You have any concerns or questions. So, and I'm sure that's the same for any, like I said, any coach. I'm trying to talk broad here, but also bring in my personal experience. Something real big too is you got to ask yourself, do I want to go to college? Okay. I've had guys I believe I signed that all they really want to do is fish in college. They didn't really want to go to school in college, or they didn't really want to. It's like they didn't even think about the fact they had to go to school. So at Faulkner, I'm under the athletic department. You got to make grades just like everybody else on campus. So if you're not interested at all in being in school, no matter how bad you want to fish in college, or how bad mom wants you to go, or dad wants you to go, or grandpa, grandma wants you to go, if you're not willing to put forth the effort, and you're not really fired up about being there to learn and to do well in school, you're not going to do well. I mean, that's just the way it is. If you want to do well, you can excel. You can do great. Like I said before, on our campus, and I'm sure it's like this on any campus. If you have a problem, you don't understand something, all you do is raise your hand and say, I need help. But if you don't want to go to college deep down, then don't waste your time and your parents' money or your money on going. Me personally, I'm looking for a 4-year commitment. I'm not looking for somebody that's, oh, I'm going to try it and see how I like it. I'm looking for somebody who's going to be committed 4 years to get a degree, because that's what I want you to get when it's all said and done. I have young people say, well, I just want to be a professional fisherman, or I just want to work in the fishing industry. I don't necessarily, need or want a degree. Well, how many guys are fishing in college now? And how many guys want a job in the fishing industry or be a professional fisherman? It's not like it was just, 15, 20 years ago. So if you really want to, like if you want to go work for if you want to go work for Lowrance, you want to go work for a lure company, bait company, you're going to be going after those jobs against guys who have probably fished in college and gotten degrees, know about the fishing industry, and they have a degree in hand. They have a bachelor's or maybe even a master's in marketing or sales or electronics or whatever. So that's who you're going to be going against. Okay, so you need a degree if that's what you really want to do. If you want to be a professional fisherman, there's only so many sponsorship dollars out there. How many guys are going through 4 or 5 years of college, getting a degree, and then going to pursue a professional career? You're going to be fighting over those sponsorship dollars with guys who've been trained and have an education in marketing and have marketing skills and have business plans and know how to market themselves. So that's my answer to guys that say, well, I just want to fish. Can you make it as a professional fisherman without a degree? You can. I know you can because it's been done. But look at the young guys coming up right now in professional bass fishing. Most of them have a degree. All right, so you're going to be going against those guys. Things are changing. Things are changing quick. So just keep that in mind. Just like somebody that wants to do a lot of things in life, you need to evaluate where you want to be. When you're looking at colleges or just trying to decide if you want to go to college, don't look at just the next year. Don't look at just the next 4 years. Just look at 10 years, 15, 20 years down the road. When you're looking at universities, think that way. Is this school going to better prepare me for life? Is this school going to make me a better person? Is it going to educate me? Is it going to help me spiritually? Is this going to make me a better father, husband, daughter, mother, down the road? Is this going to be give me the education I want to excel in whatever it is I want to do? So that's the kind of things as a high school angler transitioning into the recruiting process you guys need to be thinking about. Like I said, when I go recruiting somebody, what I want to see is in 4 years, if I get you to come to Faulkner University, is I want you to have a degree in hand. No matter if you've never placed in a tournament the entire time you're here, that's the best day for me, is to get to go to graduation and see my guys or girls walk out with a degree in hand and be better prepared for life. So you think about that as you're looking at schools. I'm trying to think if there's any other question I get asked a lot. Don't assume that because your school doesn't have a fishing team and you don't compete in high school fishing, that I wouldn't be interested in you. I've recruited anglers who, for the longest time, the local high school here in Elmore County did not have a fishing team. They've got one now. I've recruited some people off their team that fish adult tournaments their whole life. I'm recruiting a young lady from this area right now that she doesn't fish on the high school fishing team, but she's been fishing tournaments with her father and other like pro-am type events for years. And she's as well prepared as anybody that fishes in high school. She may be a little more prepared because of her experiences of getting to fish, without a boat captain. So think about that too. If you're interested in us, contact us. Contact me, jpollard@faulkner.edu. I'll be happy to talk to anybody. I'll be happy to evaluate anybody. And that's the same, like I said, with any school. If you've got your heart set on a school, reach out to them. But like I said, look at other schools. Don't just get tunnel vision and lock into one place. Enjoy. Hey, most of it will be your senior year, your senior year of high school. You'll be getting recruited. Enjoy the process. Go visit some schools. Go visit a school that you may not know anything about. Just go check it out. You don't ever know. So if you're interested, you haven't fished high school tournaments, that doesn't mean I won't be interested in you. We do sign mostly boaters is who I go after. But I will sign, a non-boater or two if they meet the criteria I'm looking for non-boater. They have the fishing experience. Other question I get asked a lot: do I have to own a boat? Well, yeah, to come in as a boater, you do. But you don't have to own the boat. You have to have access to a boat. You have to have access to a tournament-ready bass boat. If you want to come in scholarship as a boater, it doesn't have to be necessarily owned by you or your parents, but you have to guarantee me that you have access to a tournament-ready bass boat. So I've had anglers who fished their grandfather's boat. Their grandfather lets them use the boat. You don't necessarily have to have your boat on campus. You just have to have access to the boat when it's time for a tournament. My video is running well over 30 minutes right now, so I probably need to wrap it up. But if you guys have any question about Faulkner, you have any questions in general, reach out to me. Like I said, if you've got a recruiting question or you're wanting to be recruited, you're wanting to be evaluated, you want to talk to me, jpollard@faulkner.edu. If you guys want to drop a line on the Facebook, send me a message in Messenger, ask me a question, send me a message on YouTube. You're welcome to do it about anything. If you guys want me to talk about a certain charity tournament you got coming up, like I said, I'm trying to just cover the state of Alabama, but I'll be happy to drop a line in one of the next videos about it. Please help me grow this page. We're going to continue to talk some about high school, college fishing. We're going to talk about local tournaments. Hopefully next week I'll be telling you a good story about how me and Dallas Weldon had a big bag in the Alabama Bass Trail South on the river. But I'm going to talk about my tournaments I fish, good and bad. But help me grow the page, like and share it. Please help my sponsors to help me. And you guys have a great week. John Pollard Fishing Facebook and John Pollard Fishing BamaSpots.com on YouTube. Next week I'll have do a tournament recap of Alabama Bass Trail South on Alabama River, and I hope to have my fishing partner Dallas Weldon on. I don't have a line sponsor, so hint, anybody out there want to sponsor me, a line company, hey, I'll be all over it. But Dallas, just kidding, but seriously, Dallas is sponsored by K9 Line. He's real knowledgeable on different products they make and the different lines that are made by everybody out there. And I'm gonna have him on here next week, just talking about line. He's very technical about things that I don't think a whole lot about, but he's real knowledgeable on line. And so instead of me getting on here and trying to regurgitate things that he's told me, I'm gonna get him on here to talk about himself. And like I said, hopefully we'll give you a good recap of the Alabama River. Good luck to everybody fishing the river this weekend. Good luck to everybody fishing anywhere in tournaments. You guys be safe, tight lines, and God bless.